Praise the Lord and hey everyone. I'm Ryan and welcome to Bite-Sized Word Reflections. In this video, we turn our eyes to the book of Luke, chapter 9, verses 12 through 17. Let's go.
When the sun was beginning to set, the 12 disciples came to him and said, "Send the people away so that they can go to the villages and farms round here and find food and lodging, because this is a lonely place." But Jesus said to them, "You yourselves give them something to eat." They answered, "All we have are 5 loaves and 2 fish. Do you want us to go and buy food for this whole crowd?" There were about 5,000 men there. Jesus said to his disciples, "Make the people sit down in groups of about 50 each." After the disciples had done so, Jesus took the 5 loaves and 2 fish, looked up to heaven, thanked God for them, broke them, and gave them to the disciples to distribute to the people. They all ate and had enough, and the disciples took up 12 baskets of what was left over.
We just read a story that we have read a countless number of times. The story of Jesus feeding an enormous crowd with only 5 loaves and 2 fish. Now this is an amazing miracle. However, if we dig deeper, we might just be able to take something away from the story. Let's start from the top. What prompted Jesus to perform this miracle? Let's run back there for a bit. The people present there were there for a reason. These people were there on their own interest and on their own account. They chose to be there instead of somewhere else. And these people, they weren't just dragged there by someone else. No, instead, they showed up without leaving their hearts behind. That was the triggering factor. Jesus saw the willingness that these people had to be there. Jesus saw how much they valued what he had to say. Jesus saw what they left behind to be there. And most importantly, Jesus saw what they brought with them when they made their way there. They brought their hearts. They brought interest. They were so engrossed in the idea of being able to listen to Jesus that the possibility of them spending the night without food slipped their mind. That's the kind of zeal Christ wants to see in us when we approach him for his word. A kind of zeal that makes us forget about the possible losses and inconveniences that may befall us. And if he sees this, he'll make sure that we're well rewarded. He'll make sure to pull the greatest of miracles in our favor, even when it seems impossible for a miracle to work. He'll make sure that we'll be walking back home holding on to something far greater than what we would have had if we stayed home. He'll make sure that we're never empty-handed. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a message taken away from this video, and see you next week.